Okay, so this is our fourth video in this series. In the first one, we learned how to modify a script. The second one, how to and where to install the script on our computer. In the third video, we showed how to make the script run and work. Now, if you remember, to run the script, we had to come up under File, Scripts, and then choose that, and it would actually run and place the file name on the front of our image. That's all well and good for a single image, but I have a folder of images that I want to apply this to, and that would take a long time to do. So let's figure out how we can write this into an action. Now, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on actions. I'm going to assume you know some of the basics for writing and recording an action, but let's look at how to use this in an action. The first thing I'm going to do is just reset the image back to its original. I'm going to create a new action set by clicking on this folder here. I'm going to name my action set Add File Name. Just press OK. That creates an action set. That's not the action yet. That's just what's going to hold it. Now I'm going to create the action, and I'm going to name this Run Script. Add File Name. Name your actions with descriptive things so you know what they're supposed to do, so later on you remember what they are when you try to run them. I'm going to press Record. I'm going to go up to File, Scripts, and choose that Colleen Front Text. And we'll see the recording is happening over here. The text has shown up where I've set it in the script. And I now have a script line added to my action. So what else do I need to do? Well, I want to flatten that down, and then I'm going to do a Save As, and I'm going to save that just to my desktop to keep track of it for now. Save it as a JPEG, put the sRGB color space in it, and press Save. Set my compression and say OK. Then I will close the action or close the image. And I'm going to stop recording. So I see it's going to come in, run the script line. It's going to merge everything down. It'll save it and close it. To make this work, we're now going to run a batch action. Now here's something to keep in mind. You cannot run a batch action from Adobe Bridge. So you might be thinking, hey, I'm going to go to Bridge, I'm going to select the images, go to Tools, Photoshop, Batch. Well, because we're running a script, that's not going to work. So what we're going to do instead is within Photoshop, we're going to go to File, Automate, and Batch. We're going to make sure we're on the correct set and action. We're going to choose a folder of images. I've already browsed to that folder. I'm going to say Choose. Destination is going to be a folder. We're going to choose another folder to save those into, and I've got a folder I've saved out on my desktop. We're going to put them in there. We're going to override the action Save As commands, which is going to say make sure we save it to this location, not what the action says. And we'll say OK. And that will start running and placing that file name on all of our images. Now that the action is stopped, we're going to go and look at those images. So they went into my file name folder on my desktop. And if I drag one of those out to Photoshop, I'll see the file name is on it. Perfect, exactly what I wanted, except for one little thing. Well, that's for another video, so we'll talk about that next.